Okay. All right, so we're even. I got a little mic here so that everybody can hopefully hear me better. So today is just a little continuation over yesterday. I'm gonna go work out in a few minutes, so this is like a little intro to the video, I guess. Sipping on my pre before I go in today. I'm doing legs today, and I love doing legs. Honestly, I know it's a torturous thing for most people, but I really love it. So why do we get started with things like self-improvement? Everybody, I think, has different motivators, different factors that they like to consider. For me personally, it really was kind of a stereotypical thing for most guys, I guess, and that's just to get girls. Um, I said in my previous video that I weigh 240 pounds and I got all the way down to 165. I'm at about 185 dry weight right now, so feeling relatively good about my weight right now. I have a bit of loose skin and stuff, so I don't look as lean really. So, but that's okay. At the end of the day, it's just we just got to appreciate how far we've come and everything. And but my friends and my girlfriend both remind me of that consistently, so I really do appreciate that. But just really quick before I work out, and I'll throw in some workout clips too, so that I can look back on lifts and you guys can see kind of what I do in the gym and maybe how to train a little bit. Um, as far as starting in self improvement, it's not a very easy thing to start, at least because it's really common over the internet to just see everybody do all of these things at the exact same time. And some people do have the discipline to do that, and discipline is another thing. Everybody gets a little bit of motivation here and there. This little whole YouTube thing started off of a little motivational whim that I got the other day, and now it's like here. And discipline is really what makes successful people, because you can be dealt all these bad cards every single day, and to be able to still say to yourself, "Hey, I still need to eat good food. I still need to go to the gym. I still need to study and work and just do the best that I can. All these things. Drink enough water, eat enough protein, get enough carbohydrates in. And you look at all these successful people, and they have a really like rigid schedule, and that's because that they stay disciplined. And at the end of the day, it's not that I want to be the most rich man in the world, the strongest man in the world, as much as every man probably wants to be that. I just want to be the best version of myself right now. One day, perhaps I'll seek to be the best at something, but right now I want to be the best version that I can be. And social comparison is just something that is a really deep topic, I think, because I'm a psychology major right now, and looking at different sociological parts of psychology and social psychology, social comparison is a big thing. It has the it can go two ways. It can either pick people up and it can pick people down. And in my opinion, it is very situational. If you surround yourself with people that are worse than you, it can have one or two effects, in my opinion, at least. And this isn't anything that I'm saying backed off of any study or anything that I've seen or anything. It's just my personal observation in situations that I've immersed myself into. If you're with people that are lesser than you either want to be socially included with that group and you'll lessen yourself, or you'll have an ego so high that you'll just constantly see yourself as better than everybody else, even people that are better than you in outside groups. And that has a negative effect no matter what. So, in my opinion, you should surround yourself with ideas that are your own, taking progress pictures, looking back at yourself, and everything like that. If you surround yourself with people that are better than you, that can have a lot of positive effects and some negative effects. If you're online and you're scrolling through, let's say, TikTok or Instagram or something like that, you could see somebody that's has a physique way better than yours, has a lot more money than you, or something like that, and it can put you down a little bit. But at the same time, it can also lift you up and say, "Hey, I need to do better because of this person." And that was the way I thought for a long time. Like, I want to be like this person. And in my last video, I talked a little bit more about being the best version of yourself, and that's the philosophy that I'm trying to adopt more myself. And to say that I don't succumb to social influence is a lie, because I definitely do. And I think no matter what, everybody does a little bit. They might look at other people and say, "Hey, well, he or she has this, 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 and this, and I don't have this, or I don't have nearly enough money to do that." So just before I work out, I just want to give this little message to everybody on maybe how they should approach self-improvement in some kind of regard. And I'm going to go to the gym in a few minutes. I'm going to get started warming up, doing some hamstrings, I'm going to do some quads, and we'll just see how the workout goes. I only record sets every now and then, so I hope that this is, like, okay. This is just my last working set for hamstring curls. After this, I'm going to move into Smith machine squats. I stacked on a lot of extra weight on these just because I really like to go heavy on these, and I feel these a lot better when I get up in weight. Just going to do a set to failure, partials, everything like that. So just like take you guys through a small little leg day of mine. This is my first leg day of the week. I have 2. I'm on an 8-day split right now. I'm going to push-pull leg Arnold split. So I'm just going to do this set here really quick, and then we're going to start warming up for squats. So here we go. Just going to put this down here. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, okay. So for that set, really, it's just once I get done with all the reps and stuff, just trying to force out a few extra partials and leaning forward the last couple partials just to, at the top, just get a little bit of an extra stretch. Really helps with me. So now onto Smith machine squats. Currently listening to Pokemon Black and White's Elite Four battle music, so we're gonna try and get this top single. Don't know if I'll be able to get it. Last weight felt rough, but we're gonna try it anyway, so let's go. Alright, depth didn't feel that great, but it's the most I've ever done on Smith squat before, so I'm pretty happy with it. I'm gonna just do some light rep work now, and I'll include some foot. Okay, so my first set got wiped, unfortunately, because my Snapchat decided to be a little bit stupid, but this is the second drop set with 315 on the bar. First set, I got 8 reps, so I'm hoping to get like 6 to 7 since I'm training to failure, and then after this we're just going to move on to quad extensions, get the quads done, and we'll kind of go from there. So let's just see how this set moves and see how the weight moves. No music either. Just gonna get right into it. That sounded nasty. Okay, well, I'll take 5, I guess. Overall, after that top single, I'm just a little bit fatigued, so we're just gonna go from there and get the quads just a little bit more done in. Okay, so just following the same theme as the previous 2 exercises, just gonna go to failure and get some partials in because this is an accessory, and afterwards we're going to do some SLDLs. So going to try and get some partials at the end of this. Can't really assist like I did with a hamstring curl just because I don't have a handle here. I really like it when I have a handle. No music because my headphones died, so I'm just going to do the set to failure, and we'll get going then. Alright, I'll do one more set of that and then move on to SLDLs just because I want my quads to be a little bit more worked. Overall feeling a little bit tired right now, but I'm just going to get a nice drink of water, take a couple minute rest, like 3 minutes or so, and then we'll just, Okay, so here's the deal with these. So I haven't really done any kind of deadlift motion in a while just because, I don't know, like I was afraid I was going to hurt my lower back and stuff, but I'm going to get an SLDLs just because I'm really lacking in my hamstrings. My quads are definitely my dominant muscle group in the front, so I want to pull a lot of weight and look good at the same time. So I'm just going to work on these. I'm not going to do these with heavy weight. I know I can do more weight, but I've tried with more weight and I just can't really feel on my hamstrings. So we're just going to work with 205 here, get like a nice set in, and then we'll just go from there. And note that I have a 45-pound plate here just to get a little bit more range of motion for my hamstrings. Again, not going heavy with these. So I figure eights, just so my grip isn't a limiting factor. I work on my forearms other days, so don't come after me. So here we go. Alright, so up at the top, and we're just gonna okay, I'm gonna do probably another set of 2 of those, go up in weight, and then I'm just gonna do some sissy squats. I'm not gonna record those. Okay, so I'm starting off here. This is about, later in the night. It's before I gotta go to work, so just a quick recap of my day today. I started the day off. I woke up not early or anything because I work night shift at my job, so I'm just used to going to bed later and waking up a little bit later. I got about 7.5 hours of sleep, so I'm relatively happy with that. Woke up feeling a bit energized this morning. I went inside and I made myself 3 eggs, some oatmeal, had a whole bunch of water and a cup of black coffee. Then I kind of just took my dogs for a walk, and then I went out to my car and drove to the gym. And once I got to the gym, I gave that little intro to the gym session that I was giving. Then I went through some of my lifts. I hope you all enjoyed some of that. Overall, today's workout felt pretty good. When I got home from the gym, I went for a small 1-mile run with my dog, took a shower, made myself some venison, some rice, had about 12 ounces made, ate about half of it. I'm going to have the other half at work. Made about 2 cups of rice. I ate all that because I needed the carbohydrates. And before I took a shower, I had a little bit of tuna just because I needed to wait for the venison to defrost to cook, and I was, really hungry. So right now, I've got about 800 calories left for the day, so I intend to have and I already tracked all the venison. That's with the other half of the venison included. So I intend on having some kind of carbohydrate later on the night after work, and probably some Greek yogurt when I get home tonight, and maybe an egg or 2 before I go to bed tonight, just because for some slow digesting protein. Tomorrow, I've got a push day, so I'm really looking forward to that. That's my favorite day of the week as far as lifting goes. And As far as like conversation for the video topic, earlier I just talked about like why we start self-improvement. So I ask you, whoever's watching this, why do you want to start? Is it for a good reason? Is it for a selfless reason? Or is it for a selfish reason? Maybe that's not the right way to word it, because to say that it's selfless is like, I want to be a better person to help other people, is what I mean by that. Like, do you want to educate yourself so that you can do something good with your life for the good of other people? Or do you want to improve strictly for the sake that you want to make a lot of money, you want to be the strongest, you want to be the best? Either one, in my mind, is a good route to take, because both of them amplify your sense of self. Both of them in some kind of way, whether it be for money, power, people's attitudes towards you. It feeds into what you want to do. I also talked earlier about discipline. It's important when you start this whole self-improvement journey that you stay disciplined throughout the entirety of it. There are some days where I definitely don't want to go to the gym. There are definitely some days where I don't want to sit over the stove and watch a whole bunch of venison, brown. There are definitely days where I don't want to study, where I don't want to do anything, And part of that is a battle with mental health. Mental health is something that's very important, something that I've struggled with in the past, but I want to be open about mental health, but also show that you can overcome certain things. There are some things that you might never overcome, but there are definitely some things that can help or reduce. People, like depression, for example. I had really severe depression earlier this year. I was on Accutane, and it wasn't fun being on Accutane. It just amplified my depressive symptoms more, because I have a lot of back acne just from a hormonal imbalance and poor diet choices, and it really kind of screwed up my hormones. Not my hormones, some hormones, so that I had depression, and I started getting small panic and anxiety attacks, and it just wasn't a good time. So right now, especially with this new mission, hopefully I can better myself in some way, because I mentioned that I wasn't the most disciplined during my first semester of college this past year, and I want to carry discipline into this next semester. So it's my goal to be consistent, to be disciplined, and to be able to educate myself in some way new every single day. And I urge you to do the same. I urge you to look at yourself and look at what you can do and what you have done, whether it be you've done a lot or you've done a little. Because no matter what, we only have one life, so why not make the best of it? I don't want to have to tell my kids when I'm older that in college I just slumped off and didn't do well, got a bad job, I want to be able to tell them stuff that I did. I want to be able to tell them experiences I had, things I did to become a bigger man, a better man. I want my kids to look at it, find a picture of me in college, and just go, my dad was, he was the guy to be. Because, there are great aspects to life, and the sooner that you learn to appreciate the small things is the better. Because, I find joy from listening to Lady Gaga songs in the gym. I find joy in waking up and seeing the sun, seeing the sunsets, and listening to Pokemon music at the gym. Stuff like that excites me, makes me happy. And if you see happiness in all the small things in the world, even seeing happiness in bad. I put in the description of my first video, smile more and you might just have a better outlook on life. And I think that that's true. I think that if you just force yourself to be sorrowful and for everybody to pity you, you start to value life less, and you start to become who it is that you're trying to be to get things from other people. But the sooner you start looking at yourself within and you just smile, even if you're not happy, acting happy can get other people to like you, which can lift you up. And that's the end goal of this whole self-improvement venture, isn't it? Just to lift ourselves up a little bit. with that being said, I'm going to end this video here, and I fully intend on recording a little something tomorrow. I fully intend on recording a little something every day. Might not be as long as today's video, might not, whatever. But at the end of the day, I just think talking helps. It helps me, and I hope that one day I can help others. So I hope that you all had a great day today, and I just hope that you have a better day today. Bye.